as an independent, not a Democrat, not a Republican, but I see how the Trump supporters are treated. I've seen different parts on YouTube where it'll just be one Trump supporter running away from a group of people. And this weekend there was two horrible incidences against, Trump supporters in the GOP party. But as an independent, I'm just saying, to hell with Hillary. I'm going to go ahead and vote for Trump. Because I know Trump wants to lock her up. But you know what? The worst punishment you can give Hillary Clinton is not vote for her for president and her not becoming president. But anyway, here are the two articles that I came across while I was reading the news this morning. So here they are. And I'll leave links in the description below for those articles. I'm reading the news this morning and I haven't been so disgusted. This is the most disgusting election year I have ever witnessed, and I'm getting up there in my ears. But here it says, cars vandalized outside of Donald Trump rally in Maine. And some of the stuff is getting worse and worse. And this is what the Donald Trump supporters are facing. It says police identified several cars vandalized with white paint outside a rally in Bangor, Maine, for Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump on Saturday, as officials said, or say. But we're just scrolling down here, and the investigation is ongoing, and no new information will not be released until Monday, which is today. And officers are seeking witnesses and reviewing video and the criminal mischief. Right, somebody's going to step forward, or somebody who's an anti-Trump protester is going to come up and say, oh yeah, I saw this, because the Trump supporters were in the rally, inside. But it says more than 20 parked cars were sprayed with lines of white paint. Attendees said the owners of some of the cars appeared to drive off without noticing the vandalism. I mean, can you imagine? You leave a rally and you go and you want to get some gas and you start pumping gas and you realize, how did this get here? How did this paint get here? I can't afford to fix this. I mean, people, whatever job they have, saved up money for their car, and they want to own a car, and whether it's something luxurious or something that's just a four-banger that gets you from point A to point B, I'd be upset. Unfortunately, I can't own a car because I had a brain tumor removed, but this is terrible. Here it says Trump supporters weren't the only ones affected by the vandalism. Tim Honlin, whose rental car, who is painted, said he went to see what this idiot had to say and should have known not to come around. So this guy was an anti-Trump supporter, yet his car was vandalized. Now he knows what it's like for those poor guys, that Trump supporters. And you've seen on YouTube how people get attacked by anti-Trump protesters. But here's an interesting. Paul Foster, a Trump supporter from Eastbrook, whose van was painted, said the rally itself was peaceful and blamed the vandalism on anti-Trump protesters. And he said, why can't they do a peaceful protest instead of painting cars? All of this to make their statement, he said. And that's true. I've been to protests before where it's just totally been peaceful. We had our signs and we would say things, but not acts of violence or vandalism. This is just crazy. And here, this one guy, Ry Powell of Bangor, is leaning toward supporting Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton. But he showed up to the rally because he wants to hear both sides. And that's me. I want to hear both sides. Before he makes his decision, Powell, whose Toyota Prius was vandalized as well, and said it's unfortunate that Trump supporters, very quick to be victimized, were targeted. And that's what I have to say. And here's another article that I stumbled upon to see what kind of dangers Trump supporters face from these anti-Trump protesters. Me, I lean towards Jill Stein, but unfortunately, I don't think she's going to be on the ballot. This was the other article I was talking about. This is a dangerous one. First, it's the cars, and this. Here's why I say it's dangerous. It says, Nazi Republicans, leave town or else. And it says, vandals throw firebomb into North Carolina GOP office. And just look at the carnage here. Can you imagine if somebody was in there? I mean, whoever did this would be charged with murder. But it's just arson. Anyway, it says North Carolina Republican Party put out the following press release in response to an apparent arson attack this weekend at a party office in Hillsborough, North Carolina. And if we scroll down here, there's a video right here. I'm going to leave a link to the description below to this article so you can actually see this little video right here. I'm just going to respect the newspaper here. I guess you would call it a newspaper. But, you know, it's getting dangerous for the people who are Trump supporters. And here it says, and this is from Dallas Woodhouse, it says, whether you are a Republican, Democrat, or independent, which I'm an independent, all Americans should be outraged by this hate-filled and violent attack against our democracy, said Dallas Woodhouse, executive director of the North Carolina Republican Party. Whether the bomb was meant to kill, destroy property, or to intimidate voters, and yes, intimidate voters is the big one. Everyone in this country should be free to express their political viewpoints without fear of their own safety. We will be requesting additional security at all Republican Party offices and events between now and the election day to ensure the safety of our activists, volunteers, and supporters. Woodhouse added, we will not be deterred by this hate crime. And it is a hate crime. In fact, it's beyond that. It's terrorism. I just can't believe it. These anti-Trump protesters, they don't care about life. Nobody was injured in here. Nobody was inside the office. But this has got to stop. I'm an independent voter. And for the First Lady to be in office, yeah, I should say that Jill Stein should be in there instead of the wicked witch of the whatever. I don't know where the heck this woman came from, Hillary Clinton. But, you know, but I don't know if Jill Stein's going to be on the ticket. But, you know, Trump talks about putting Hillary in jail. Well, I think the best punishment for Hillary would be for not her to be president. That way she can whine and cry and boo-hoo until she hits 80-something years old, 90, whenever she... But anyway, this is dangerous. And I feel sorry for Trump supporters. And I think I might be voting for Trump now. Because I'm not going to let people put me in, you know, that feeling of fear. I don't want that put in me. I don't want fear. Um, but anyway, you guys have a good morning. Well, it's been one heck of a weekend with all this. But you guys have a good morning, good afternoon, or a good night, depending on when you see this. And please like and subscribe and leave comments below to discuss what's going on here. Because it is dangerous. But it's, you know, something to discuss. So, yeah, leave your comments below. We all need to talk about this as an open forum. But anyway, thank you for watching. Bye.